Hey boys and girls, it's Nikki. You all know what time it is. And now here is Dr. Webb.
Hey, welcome back students to another episode. Today we're going to look at Standard 5 MDC3. This standard is about recognizing volume as an attribute of solid figures and understand concepts of volume measurement. This sounds great. I'm super excited. Let's get started. What is volume? Is where we should start, I think. Volume is the amount of space enclosed within a container. For example, when we look at these containers, we can see that people could store quite a few personal items inside. If they knew the volume, they could make good use of that space. Just like containers can be stacked and counted and multiplied into vast shipyards of supplies, every container has volume, or an amount that they can hold. When we look at the standard for our grade level, we're considering how many units make up a shape. In this case, we can see the stack is 2 units wide, 5 units long, and 3 units tall. If we multiply that together, 2 times 5 times 3, we would end up with 2 times 5 equals 10, then 10 times 3 equals 30, which means that 1 cube equals 1 unit, or 1 cubed, which also means that 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. So this means that the volume of a shape, or how much can be held within inside that shape, can be calculated using a mathematical formula. The formula is length times width times height. You're multiplying 3 things together, which is why you note that and put a multiple of 3 in the answer, which is why the answer is cubed. This helps when we are given just shapes and dimensions. For example, in this shape, we're given the length as 9, the width is 3, and the height is 6. Using the formula of length times width times height, we have 9 times 3 times 6. And that calculation gives us the volume for the shape. In terms of how many cubed units can fit inside the shape, and in this case, the answer is 162 cubic units can fit inside that shape. Which means that when we see this on a test or a worksheet for school, you'll need to fill in the space with the required information. For example, if the answer that is given to you is 8, you will need to decide what times what times what equals 8. In this case, we can see that 2 times 2 times 2 equal 8, and that would be the dimensions of the volume of our shape. Which means, in this case, we're given the answer as 45. What times what times what equals a volume of 45 cubed. 3 times 3 times 5 would be an appropriate volume to equal 45 cubed. Now, here's a challenge for you. Solve this and I'll be back with the answer. There is 180. Now solve for this, and I'll be right back with the answer. The answer is 315. Thank you for joining us for another episode. We're so glad that you're here. We'd like to end with this quote. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.